Right team, welcome to the video. If it's your first time here, it's a pleasure to have you. If you're... Right, honestly it's 5 to 9 in the morning and vocabulary before 9 AM, don't know if you're the same, but it goes out the window. So I can't string a sentence together. If you're returning, it's great to have you. Today, I went out for a run, 3 miles, before coming here to Evolution Fitness. And then we did 10 rounds of time, 3 handstand push-ups. But it's quite handy because, well, if you were to do a full range handstand push-up, in there the floor is pretty hard, just because they have some astro where you do the handstand push-ups. So you can put an ab mat down, so that helps with the range of motion. It was 3 handstand push-ups, 6 deadlifts at 100 kilos, 12 pull-ups, so I did butterfly, and then 24 double unders, 10 rounds of time. I got 11:30 in that, and I've had a Tesco dark chocolate and a raspberry bar, 92 calories so far. And also I had 50 grams of blueberries. Haven't had blueberries in a while. And they're an antioxidant. And I think they're a superfood. So I think technically I could now call myself Superman. Plus I experimented before coming here, straight after my run. I had a cold coffee. So I put an ice cube, cold water, a little bit of coffee, not much water, in a mug, and it was so bitter. So I kind of regret doing that. Now it's 5 to 9, I've got to go home, got to get some food, and then go off to start swim teaching at 10 AM. Plus today, I'm not going to show you all my food, but I'm going to show you a bit of food and training. I fell asleep yesterday, so didn't have much of my dessert. So I've got 4,700 calories plus 1,100, 5,800 calories to have today. Yes! Feels good. I'm just about to get some cereal, but do you guys find this, any of you who have kind of, these are second-hand Metcons that I got from eBay, which were 30 quid instead of about £90 normal price, but I always have to triple knot them because otherwise they go all over the place. Always in the garage we have well, obviously it's always in here, we have the tumble dryer, and in the mornings it loves making a noise when it's finished, so that's why it's always in the background of every video. I promise today I'm not going to do all the video inside this garage, I promise. Let's go and say morning to Dana.
2 hours later.
I'm back from swim teaching and it's about 2 o'clock. Dana hasn't seen me yet, so we're just going to creep up on her now. Hello. Hey, did you not see me there? What was that? How are you? Oh no, don't worry. Come here. Alright? She sees me and is like, oh, well somebody else must be back. Goes and checks, realises it's just me, and then is like, well I guess I'll just have to put up with him. Now she's gone into the garage to check food, I can hear her. Donna! Come here! Come here. Hey, how are you? Were you disappointed that it was me? No. He loves her ears being scratched. So always try and find that point in her ears. Stretch. Do some yoga. Nice. Any more moves? Look, we can do a magic trick. So I scratch her ear a little bit. She goes into it. She's loving it. And then I go 3, 2, 1. Oh, not yet. Oh, flip. Going really in for it, are we? And shake your head. Oh. Sorry, the magic trick didn't work. Let's try this here. Maybe this one will turn it on. Ready, steady, shake your head. Why aren't you shaking your head? Stop hogging the limelight, mate. I think she just loves being in front of the camera, that's why. Oh! Sorry, censored. Disgusting. What are you doing, you silly sussy? You might be thinking, what on earth is that hat you're wearing, Albert? And if you hadn't checked it out when I first launched it, This is some AA apparel. This is my only ever snapback that I've got. But you can actually get some shirts and some snapbacks and hoodies online if you want to get it. If you want to support me and get a shirt, go ahead. That'd be great. I need a toilet. Give me 1 second.
Nice.
We're going to have some of these Tesco bacon strips. Dana's right by my feet because she knows what I'm holding. You're not having any. Then I'm going to have one little biscuit, but because we're about to train in a second, we're doing a combination of pull-ups, toaster bar, devil presses, all that good stuff. Look at this, man. So please, I want something. Right, getting you something small. Poor Dana, she always gets stuck with the healthy stuff. Ready? Well, don't snatch it. Look, she loves it. Good girl. Go on, eat it. Cool, don't you hear her chewing that? Right, here we go. The bacon is beautiful. Lovely. Actually, last night, I had vegetarian meatballs. I hadn't had them for a long time. They tasted really good. I definitely don't eat as much meat as I used to. But I would never go vegetarian. I'm sorry, guys. Because I'm going to have some steak this evening, I think. But certainly can have less meat for sure. Right, time to start training. In this workout today, we started off with 4 sets of 25 repetitions for the burpee. Yes, I chose to do burpees. I just don't do them very often, and I do like incorporating them from time to time. So we did 4 sets of 25 with roughly a minute's rest in between. Then after that, I moved on to doing a superset of strict pull-ups, 10 into 10 pistol squats, so 5 on each leg, and I did that for 10 rounds. And that took me approximately, I think, about 15 to 20 minutes. Again, I'm not going for time, I'm going for quality of the movement. And my ankle flexion has certainly improved, so that was looking better. And then after that, moved on to toes to bar and supersetted that with dumbbell complexes. I have 22.5 kilo dumbbells at home, so I just use them. Then we did ring dip holds, supersetted with 10 thrusters. So the ring dip holds were for 40 seconds. Sometimes I had to split them up. Sometimes I didn't. Then after that, we did some bodybuilding stuff like some inverted rows with the rings, as well as some tricep extensions with the dumbbells. Then some alternating dumbbell curls, just on my left arm, which I'm going to explain why I did that in just a second. And then some handstand walks, which is going to come up. And one of them was absolutely hilarious, my attempt, because I fell right to the floor and really hurt my bum. But with the imbalances, I was a violin player, and I still am, and a viola player. And I've found that doing a lot of bow movements on the violin has developed my right bicep way more than my left, because just for years I was doing that bowing motion on the violin. So I've found always with my left arm that I just can't engage my bicep as well as compared to my right, and I get a little bit of tennis elbow with my left arm just after a goalkeeping injury quite a number of years ago now, which I mentioned in my previous video. So I just do a lot more isolation stuff on my left side. Well, if I'm doing a compound movement like pull-ups, if I'm doing it strict, then I'm really focusing on trying to have my left arm slightly in compared to my right arm, just so I can engage it a bit more. So I mean, when you're gripping the bar, I do my normal grip, and then I bring my left arm slightly in and my left hand slightly in, just so I can engage that left bicep a little bit more. But if I was doing like a competition where I had to just do the movements at a time, I wouldn't be worrying about trying to engage my left bicep more. And then when doing like dumbbell curls, I do at least 2 or 3 sets just on the weaker side, whether that be skull crushers, dumbbell curls, just doing a little bit more on my left arm, just so I can get a little bit of extra volume on there. And I've found across the years, as I've incorporated more isolation on my left side, it certainly has improved it. So I'd highly recommend you guys do that, especially also for legs as well, because I do find with every person that each person has one knee that hurts more than the other, and that's usually just due to a muscular imbalance and something that needs to be addressed. So doing a little bit more glute medius work on one side and quad work and hamstring work on one side is definitely beneficial. Here comes the absolutely atrocious attempt at a handstand walk. Look at this. Kabang! I was down there for a while just because I just couldn't be bothered to get up. But this attempt here was probably the best one of the day. I'm still trying to improve, and I have no idea how they do it over obstacles, but this is not too bad because my garden is quite slanted, so Slowly getting better, trying to progress always every day. Enjoy watching the rest of the video, team. Thank you for sticking around. Alright team, the time is 4:20. I've just finished training and I was listening to a elevation worship playlist. So this is Sea of Victory, but one of my favourite playlists. So that was my favourite Christian playlist, and then my favourite secular playlist is this one. So this is from Eddie Hall's intro. This one's from a CrossFit workout, and then this one is Ex-Ambassadors Jungle. So that one's Legends Are Made on Top of the Mountain. The Eddie Hall intro. I don't know if you guys know this one. I can't play too much of it because otherwise I'm going to get copyrighted, but that is a really good pump up song. And just a tip from training in particular, I would have gone through it in the voiceover, but working on imbalances, trying to do an extra set overall on the weaker side is really good. And my handstands at the end there weren't great, but it's just because of all the gradients and stuff. I need to get better at handstand walks on a flat floor. But you don't need to go too complicated with all the exercises you choose. Keep it pretty simple and then focus on progressive overload. That's really good, especially if you're just starting out. Don't overcomplicate it, just focus on progressive overload. I need to put my bike just around there, get the bins back, and then I'm going to go inside and say hello to my parents.
Send me no flowers today. Instead of sending flowers, come back to me and hold me in your arms again. You've been sending.
The time is 5:20. I've had a shower, but I'm still freezing because I think the temperature outside I think is about 10 degrees. And it's becoming very cold. Next week though, the clocks go back, so we get an extra hour in bed. Sleeping recovery gains. If you ever do sleep in and miss your workout on any day of the week, then just say you needed extra recovery. It's a good way of putting it. Now I'm having my couscous concoction, and I'm probably going to have a normal size couscous concoction because I'm going out for steak later with a mate of mine, good mate from school, and we're having quite a big meal. We might even have a dessert as well. So what I normally do if I know I'm going for a high calorie big meal later on in the day is I save my calories during the day, so then for the whole day my calorie intake is pretty much normal than what I would eat on a normal day. So because I didn't have all my calories yesterday, I can still have a big couscous meal and a big meal with my mate later. And hopefully the parlour places open after our steak, where we usually get well, he gets a freak shake, it's called. You get chocolate cake on top of a milkshake, crazy, and I get cookie dough, but not sure because pubs and stuff and things are having to close earlier. But let's just check out the fridge and see what's in there, because I am getting ready to make this couscous concoction. But if you've seen it on the channel before, you should know what's already in it. I'm not actually going to show you what's in it today, just this little main bit, because otherwise it won't be a surprise for our next full day of eating unless I do something different. But up here, that's an apple cake. I'm going to show you that later on. In here we have got some courgettes, nice, and some chicken. Oh, I might go chicken tikka slices. You haven't seen them in a while. I think they hadn't been making them or something, or maybe just hadn't got them for a while. I'm gonna have them a bit later on, but I think now I'm gonna have some chicken slices in my couscous concoction. I'm gonna chuck the whole pack in the couscous concoction. There's protein in the couscous itself, but here I'm going to get 500 grams, 24 grams of protein is 160 grams. How was your maths? That's going to be approximately 38 grams of protons. I'm eating this. I need to organise my sessions for next week. Can have a little sleep, probably, and then head on out about 7:20.
Flowers to me. Send me no flowers today. Instead of sending flowers, come back to me and hold me in your arms again.
It's now 10 past midnight. It's been quite a few hours since I last spoke to you. So I had a great meal with my mate. It was great to see, and we had steak. I had it medium before, as in the way it's cooked, and I really didn't like it. I know that will offend some people because I prefer it well done, and I just think having meat well done is the way it should be eaten. But anyway, that's another topic and argument. I had it medium well this time. It tasted really good with peppercorn sauce, chips, and then a nice little, well, it looked like a sneeze of lettuce leaves on the plate, but it still tasted good. Then we had Rockefellers afterwards, cookie dough, chocolate drizzle, brownie bites, one bit of ice cream on the side. Absolutely brilliant. I estimated it to around 2,000 calories, so I'm having a little bit of extra food now before my pudding. And do you guys agree with me? But baked beans, peas, absolutely brilliant combination. So here's what I've got here. It's just literally a bowl of baked beans and peas and some chips as well. Tastes absolutely amazing. Well, the chips are from the fish and chips my mum and dad had because they decided to get fish and chips whilst I was out, which is really annoying. That is approximately 300-ish calories. Oops, stay there. I did tell you as well that I was going to review these grips I got recently, and these have been really good. So the brand is called Pixel. So when I was looking these up, I was watching a video of a guy I follow called Craig Ritchie, Team Ritchie. He's got about 300,000 subscribers now. He's a really good channel to watch. And he was reviewing some grips in an old video, and he talked about the most expensive grips you can get, but the ones which are practically the same, about 10 quid cheaper. So I got these ones for 20 quid. And they go through the fingers, the index finger, the second, third and fourth finger, all the way right to the knuckles. And then obviously you twist the Velcro around the wrist, and then it'll be like that during a workout. And you have to have it slightly loose, but when you grab the bar, it really protects the palm of your hand. And I definitely recommend you guys getting some. For those of you who do lots of pull-ups and lots of grippy hand work, not necessarily like for deadlifts, because normal wrist wraps or wraps that go around a bar are better than these. These are more specifically for if you're trying to be like a gymnast, which I am. If I'm not a gymnast, I'm trying to be a gymnast, and you're doing lots of muscle ups and putting your hands around bars and like moving them under tension, and that's what I'd recommend, because otherwise it's going to rip your hand open and then you're going to be in the hospital for a long time. Well, you won't be in the hospital, but you won't be able to use your hands because there'll be so many blisters. It's now the Sunday, and as you can guess, I went to bed about 4 AM, 4:30, because I fell asleep at the table and I was trying to do a bit of work. This is probably a recurring take because you've heard me say that so many times on a video. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.